the advice, I start with comfortable dress. The reality is there's a lot of moving around, and it's busy. And don't be afraid to say hello and talk to others, because quite frankly, everybody's going through the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's first it's overwhelming because it's all the moving and all the stuff that's going on, and but it's incredible amount of information and knowledge that you can gain, and it's just matter of just taking your time and spending the time and learning what the day is like. We ended up doing a lot of office visits with many of the different departments, both for my both daughters, and they were just, not only we attended the main events and main sessions, but we had a lot of one-on-one with the counselors, with advisors, with professors. I mean, it was incredible amount of learning, and it made us comfortable. It made our daughters comfortable. So it was very useful, and I appreciated it, and I'm looking forward to our third daughter who wants to come here, another orientation in about a year. So I'm looking forward to it.
We flew up together, and then we were separated, and I thought that was really good because it gave my husband and I time to soak in the information together without our son giving his input and his thoughts. So I would suggest that you take all the saturation you're going to get these next few days and really read over the handouts and the written information you get and think, where can I best plug myself in? But then where can I best stand back and let my child maybe even have some effective failures? Because that too is in the growth process. I think it was really hard to hear, we're not going to call you, we're going to talk to your student, we're going to talk to your child first. So those were some aha moments. So what we did was we had everything shipped ahead of time, and we then flew, myself and my son, up here, and then we had everything waiting for us, and some of the things were already in his room when we got here, and some were not. But again, he effectively worked through those things. And so move-in day for us, we arrived at our time, our designated time, which was 2 o'clock, and we walked, we took the bus, and then we walked and we mailed everything, and it was an easy success.
So now when you prepare for AU, the lists are pretty good, what they'll prepare the parents for, but most of it's just common sense. It's just like, consider it like going on a longer trip. Instead of going away for a week, you're going away for 4 months. So pack like that and don't overpack, because you can always send things now with UPS, and you can always send stuff and get the stuff there in a day or two.
Yeah, I would say how we've adjusted. We've adjusted poorly because we're used to having them around. It's a luxury to have them around, and as much as we want them to go away to school, of course we miss them. So the adjustment is where it used to be our children waiting on us to do what they wanted to do. There's been a complete role reversal. So now we wait on them to do what they want to do.
It's quieter. There's no question. It's definitely quieter. We miss it. You miss the kids. You miss their friends coming over. We kind of have a jokingly motto: for every kid that leaves, we get another dog. And that works too. But you never can replace your kids. And physically speaking to them instead of a text. That's the most important thing I always say as a parent, that you want to have that communication. We like to FaceTime with our kids, just see their eyes, make sure they're happy. You can tell just with that alone. So make sure you don't lose that communication with the kids. And texting is fine once in a while, but talk to them, because that way you're staying on top of things. And that's the best advice I could give as a parent, because that's really, your kid better. You can look in their eyes, know if they're happy, sad, or in their voice, happy, sad, homesick, or whatever. A text doesn't give you that.
We are from Austin, Texas, and Austin is a long way. So I often worry, but then I pick up the phone and I say, Carson, tell me all about yourself. In his energy, in his enthusiasm, in what he conveys over the phone, I just become at peace. Because just asking him that question, tell me all about yourself, not how are you doing, because I'll get fine. But when I say, tell me all about yourself, I get all about it, the emotional, I get the class information, I get how he's connecting in the community and even in the greater community.
Separation is hard for mostly anybody. And AU has programs here where the students can talk to someone about it. And usually after a while, they get through it, and they have to see that the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a bad light at the end of the tunnel. It's a good light at the end of the tunnel. That you just got to focus on working. Don't worry about the home. Everything will be fine. You'll always be, home is always going to be home for you. And just do what you're there to do, to learn and grow up as a person and make things happen.
We encourage that. We ask our daughters to bring their roommates or other college kids anytime, any weekend. And our home is not too close. It's about 12 miles away, but we have a place that we can entertain kids. My wife is a great Persian cook, so they get to experience some Persian food, etc. And we love to help out.
Carson has an extended family in Texas and in Arkansas, so we had a care package list from aunts and uncles and the extended family. And it ranged from everything to grandma's cookies, to a t-shirt that says "Don't mess with Texas," to a magnet that said "Arkansas, the natural state, this is for your room," to t-shirts and "We miss you, but you're finding a new home." Just little messages and little sentiments that we miss you, but you have a new life.
The conversations we would have would really center on my line being figure it out. If there was an issue that she had, the analogy was these issues that you have as a young adult in college are no different than the issues you have while working and in family and as you progress. So you have to figure it out.
I would say the first thing is there's incredible amount of information available on the net, on AU's website. I would absolutely encourage, and we get so much. It's sometimes, again, it's daunting, it's overwhelming when you go to the website. There's all these tabs and pages. But I would encourage them to, in advance, to get as much as they can from AU's website.
AU offers a lot of things that for a parent to know. Learn the safety features that American offers, often on campus.
And I really value how the leadership here, my son's advisor, who's been an amazing person in his life, has said, "Come and talk to me." And I think those 3 words, "come and talk to me," well, I guess that's 4 words, have really made a difference for him. But it's kind of put him on that journey of, I will and I can advocate for myself, because the first step builds confidence, and then the second step, and then before you know it, I'm looking for a job.
I've always thought it was an interesting analogy. She went to a school where the mascot is an eagle, and our goal really is to teach them how to fly.